Yo, what's good, basketball fam? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not hyped yet, you're about to be, because we're diving into one of the most electric moments in the WNBA this season. Last night, Caitlin Clark didn't just play a game, she put the league on notice with a play so wild it's blowing up on X, sports talk shows, and group chats everywhere. Was this her best playmaking game ever? Was it the single greatest play of her career? We're gonna break it all down, so grab your snacks, smash that like button, and let's talk about why Caitlin Clark is the WNBA's QB1 and why the Indiana Fever are starting to look like the Showtime Lakers reborn. The play that broke the internet. Alright, let's set the scene. Last night's game was a straight-up movie and Caitlin Clark was the star. Picture this. JJ Quigley goes up for a shot, thinking she's got an easy bucket. Not on Clark's watch. The Fever's rookie sensation swats the ball away like she's been studying Anthony Davis highlight tapes. That block alone was nasty, but Clark wasn't done. She lets out a primal scream right in Quigley's face. Pure, unfiltered passion. The crowd's going wild. The bench is losing it, and Clark, she's already got her eyes down the court. In a split second, she grabs the loose ball and fires a perfect transition pass to Sophie Cunningham, who's already sprinting like she's running the 100-meter dash. Cunningham, who was right next to Clark when the block happened, hauls it the full length of the floor and finishes with an easy layup. In the NBA, that's a poster dunk, no question. This wasn't just a play, it was a masterpiece. Fans on X were eating it up with one post saying, "Caitlin Clark just turned the WNBA into an NFL highlight reel." Another user straight up called it the play of the year, and honestly, they might be onto something. Why this play is a game changer. Let's unpack why this moment is so massive. Caitlin Clark's been a walking highlight reel since she stepped into the WNBA, but this play, it's a serious contender for the best of her young career. First, the block. Coming into the league, some analysts questioned whether Clark could hold her own defensively. Well, she just answered that with a resounding bet. Swatting Quigley's shot wasn't just a defensive stop. It was a statement that Clark's got the hustle to compete on both ends of the floor. Then there's the scream. Oh man, that scream. When Clark got in Quigley's face, you could feel the fire through the screen. It's the kind of competitive energy that makes fans fall in love with a player. She's not just out there to play, she's out there to dominate. And that pass to Cunningham? It was like watching a quarterback hit a wide receiver on a go route. Inch perfect. No hesitation, just pure vision. Speaking of Cunningham, she took to Instagram to post a picture of herself soaring through the air to catch Clark's pass, captioning it with some serious swagger. Clark's response? That's that football experience. Touchdown! Y'all, she's out here claiming the QB1 title, and I'm not arguing. Sophie Cunningham, by the way, has a football background. She was a kicker in high school, so maybe catching touchdown passes isn't her usual gig, but she was ready for Clark's dime like she'd been practicing for it her whole life. Clark's passing, a cut above. Let's talk about Clark's passing game, because it's on another level. According to recent WNBA stats, she's averaging over 8 assists per game, leading the Fever in playmaking and putting her in the conversation with the league's elite passers. But it's not just about the numbers, it's how she does it. Her passes are crisp, creative, and always seem to find the open player, whether it's a chest pass in transition or a no-look dime in the half court. The original script brought up Chelsea Gray, and we gotta give her flowers. Gray, aka the point god, is one of the best passers in the WNBA, with a flashy style that reminds you of Jason White Chocolate Williams from the early 2000s NBA. If you don't know White Chocolate, he was the king of jaw-dropping passes. Behind the back, no look, you name it. But here's the catch. Williams's flash didn't always lead to wins. The Sacramento Kings traded him for Mike Bibby, a less flashy but more effective playmaker, and suddenly they were contending for championships. Clark, she's got the best of both worlds. Her passes are highlight-worthy, but they're also purposeful. She's not just throwing lobs for clout, she's setting up her teammates for buckets. Think Bibby's efficiency with a splash of White Chocolate's flair, and those transition passes, they're straight out of an NFL playbook. Fans on X are joking about signing her to play quarterback, with one user tweeting, "Can the Colts get Caitlin Clark for a tryout? Her arm's better than half the QBs in the league." It's a joke, but it's not that far-fetched. The Showtime Fever are here. Let's zoom out and talk about the Indiana Fever as a team. When they're clicking, they're straight up unstoppable. Clark's playmaking opens up the floor for everyone. Sophie Cunningham's getting easy buckets off those transition dimes. Kelsey Mitchell's dropping 20 a night with her scoring outbursts. Aaliyah Boston's dominating the paint and cleaning up the glass. Nalissa Smith's rebounding like a machine. And don't sleep on Lexi Hull, who's been spotting up for threes like a sharpshooter. This team has Showtime potential. The original script mentioned the Showtime Lakers, and I'm all in on that comparison. Magic Johnson and the 80s Lakers made basketball a spectacle with their fast breaks, flashy passes, and high-octane offense. The Fever, with Clark running the show, could be the WNBA's version of that. Imagine Clark averaging 12-13 assists per game, pushing the pace, and setting up her teammates for easy looks. Picture Mitchell and Cunningham flying down the wings, Boston anchoring the paint, and Hull draining threes. That's a team that could sell out arenas and dominate highlight reels for years to come. But here's the key. Clark's gotta stay at point guard. The original script nailed this. When she's playing shooting guard or sitting on the bench, the Fever lose their spark. She's the conductor, the QB1, the one who makes it all go. Forcing her into off-ball rolls or random sets is like asking Tom Brady to play wide receiver. It's not her game. When Clark's got the ball in her hands, the Fever are a problem. Let her run the show, and good things will happen. The Fever's future and Clark's legacy. So, what's next for Clark and the Fever? Last night's play wasn't just a one-off. It's a glimpse of what this team can become. If Clark keeps dishing dimes, blocking shots, and bringing that in-your-face energy, the Fever could be a playoff contender sooner than people think. The WNBA's landscape is shifting, and Clark's at the forefront. Her ability to make plays like this, defensive stops, transition passes, and pure swagger, makes her a star who transcends the game. The fan reaction tells the story. On X, the buzz is unreal. One user posted, "Caitlin Clark's got that dog in her. That block and scream? She's him." Another said, "The Fever are must-watch TV now. Showtime vibes all day." The excitement is palpable, and it's only growing. If the Fever keep playing like this, they could become the most popular team in the WNBA, just like the Showtime Lakers were in their era. But it's not just about Clark. Her teammates are stepping up big time. Sophie Cunningham's hustle and football background make her the perfect running mate for Clark's passes. Kelsey Mitchell's scoring gives the Fever a lethal offensive punch. Aaliyah Boston's presence in the paint is a game changer. Nalissa Smith's rebounding and Lexi Hull's shooting round out a squad that's starting to gel. When everyone's eating, the Fever are a nightmare for opponents. A nod to the haters. Let's take a quick detour to address the doubters. Some folks still want to question Clark's game, saying she's all hype or can't hang in the pros. Last night's play shut that noise down. The block showed she can defend. The pass showed she can create. The scream showed she's got the heart of a champion. If you're still doubting Caitlin Clark, you're not watching the same game we are. She's not just a rookie, she's a generational talent who's changing the WNBA. And let's not forget the context. Clark's been under a microscope since her Iowa days, breaking records and filling arenas. The pressure on her to perform in the WNBA was insane, but she's delivering. Plays like last night's are proof she's not just living up to the hype, she's exceeding it. Final thoughts. Caitlin Clark's block and pass masterpiece last night wasn't just the play of the game. It might be the defining moment of her career so far. It showed everything that makes her special. Defensive hustle, competitive fire, and a passing game that's straight out of an NFL highlight reel. The Indiana Fever are starting to look like a team that can run teams off the court, and Clark's the engine driving it all. So, what do y'all think? Is this Clark's best play yet? Can the Fever keep this Showtime vibe going? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more basketball breakdowns. Let's keep the conversation going, because if Caitlin Clark and the Fever keep playing like this, we're in for one hell of a season. Outro, thanks for rocking with us, fam. Stay locked in for more WNBA heat, and let's see if Caitlin Clark can keep throwing touchdown passes. Peace out.